No, wrong show. My dream was to always be on Good Morning America, so I just thought I'd test it out for when I'm on in the future. Anyway, welcome to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. I'm really happy to have this platform to share with you stroke awareness and aphasia awareness and the awareness of God and how God plays a huge impact in my life. Today we're going to be talking about concussions, which is really an important piece to learn about a fallacy that you believe about concussions. We'll talk about that later on. We're also going to talk about heaven is for real. We're going to have a segment talking about God and heaven and what is real. Did anybody see that movie, Heaven is for Real? It's really a great movie. And we'll talk about that later on. And we're also going to talk about, in our last segment, we're going to talk about our Lift Our Voices. It's a little project that we have. We're just beginning it. I don't know if anybody of you ever heard Sing for Hope in the City. It really is a great organization, a nonprofit organization that goes to hospitals and goes to nursing homes and goes to different facilities that they go room to room and they sing with prestigious entertainers and opera singers and the whole line. So we're going to talk about them. I was in communication with Monica. She's the co-founder of Sing for Hope in the City, and I was asking her if we could bring Sing for Hope to New Jersey, and unfortunately we couldn't. So, you know me, I got it in my little brain to do it in another way. So through my foundation, we're going to be bringing Lift Our Voices to the hospitals and nursing homes and a whole bunch of different areas. So we'll be talking about that in the fourth segment. So to my left, or my right, sorry. To my right, we have Joe. He's our special correspondent. Yes, here for Joe. Woo! And then we have BBW, Bobby Baby Walker, my co-host. Woo! It's really awesome. Be here. So, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
We had a great morning?
Yeah, great morning.
Great morning, as usual.
I'm really, I'm very honored and privileged to have met with Bobby at 7 a.m. He called me at 6:10 a.m.
I did it. I did it.
Now he's going to check that off his bucket list and say, never again. I'm not going at 6 o'clock. Have a nice time at breakfast. Or maybe he'll Skype us at breakfast, But thank you, Bobby, for coming with us. And we actually joined Stroke of Luck. I'm not Stroke of Luck. We actually attended... we attended a Judy's Run meeting. Judy's Run has their
car show.
On
August, rock and roll,
right? Yes.
On August 10th at I believe.
I think it's 10 a.m.
10.
I think it's 10 a.m. But it actually runs to 4 o'clock. So if you're not an early riser like our friend here, you could go. Bobby Baby Walker will be singing.
Yes.
Yay! Yay!
Yay! And also Elvis.
Elvis
will be in the house. Elvis was in the house last weekend
on
Bobby Baby Walker's show.
That's right.
So he'll be performing. Andy and Judy, who plays his Priscilla. That's awesome. Yeah. What other performers do
we have our good friends Louise and Jane,
yes.
Twin Gold.
Louise, Twin Gold. Actually, we're all going to be performing on our telethon too. Yay!
Absolutely.
Yep. Anybody else that we remember that is playing at the?
I know they have a couple of
bands.
Two other bands.
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah.
I think 2 bands of from the children's school.
Yeah.
They're young children that are supposedly fantastic.
Wow,
They're going to be playing.
Well, Bobby from Judy's Run will probably be calling us in a little bit. We'll ask him to give us more details about it. I am so proud of myself. Well, I've been on vacation. As you know, I was in Skyping in to your show last week. It was pretty awesome to Skype in. and be in Florida and to be able to be in the room with you guys.
We're glad to have you.
I actually visited my family in Florida. We had 2 people go to heaven, which is pretty sad for the people on earth. But
Right.
as both of you know, I 150% guarantee that there is life on the other side, and that we just have to change our relationship, talking to them, and it's pretty awesome. That we're going to actually touch on that in Heaven is for Real later on. But I was going to tell you guys that I just updated my LinkedIn. Anybody a part of LinkedIn?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you friended me. You connected with me.
My cousin Steve with the
Yes.
real
Hi,
estate
Steve.
gateway to
Yes.
the Hamptons.
Yeah, Steve's on the other side of the cameras. Hi, Steve. Steve actually connected with me on LinkedIn, and I'm so honored of the people that you connect with on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Bill Evans from the morning news on Channel 7. They're on from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the morning. And the fact that you get up every morning, it's almost like, you're getting dressed and you're just so used to having them in your, in your home.
Right.
They're really a part of your family, whether you know it or not,
That's
know?
right.
Like, I hope we are a part of the world's family.
That's right.
Let us come into your home, And Jim, what's the gentleman's name? Jim Borowski, I believe
Yes.
his name.
Yes.
From the National Stroke Association. Jim, I'm so happy that you connected with me on
Thank you
my
very much.
LinkedIn.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're really pulling for the stroke telethon and the aphasia telethon that we're going to be having. Let me see, what else do I have on my thing here? Oh, August 2nd, we actually have, let me just think, let me use my brain. We have a guest, Michelangelo, booked a therapist, a rehabilitation therapist for our August 2nd. So we're going to go, we'll tell you a little bit more about that, but really it's really incredible show. So if you we'd love to have you tune in. That's going to be an incredible show. So what else is going on?
Well, thanks to you, I now have a Twitter account.
Oh, yay! And what's your Twitter name in case? Oh, I think they're going to, they are scrolling across the bottom. My Twitter name. Mine is Renee Marie 777. What's yours?
Joe Calogero, Calogero.
Is it Joe or is it Joseph?
Joe.
Joe?
Joe.
Spell it again?
Calogero.
So, tweet him?
Tweet me.
Tweet him. And he'll tweet you right back.
That's right.
And we're going to get Bobby to tweet. That's the next thing I'm going to do.
That's right.
Woo!
And Renee's going to set me up with a Facebook.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Which is going to be important for all the information regarding the telethon.
Yes.
And
yes.
also
Our
regarding
shows.
my public relations with JES Entertainment and
Yeah. Yeah.
all the things that we have going forward as
Yeah.
far as with
Share
the...
a little bit with them about every Saturday. Most of you know already that follow us. Every Saturday I come into the city at 7 o'clock, not to the city, into Long Island at 7 o'clock in the morning, mainly because I don't want to hit the Long Island traffic. Driving into Long Island is insane, crazy traffic. I mean, I go with, what's the name of the highway that goes from the bridge to...
the Cross Island?
the Cross Island, that's what. Yes. Oh my God, you have to go 3.4 miles and it always takes me 45 minutes. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I decided to always travel in, and Joe and Steve are nice enough to open their home to me, but actually began to be a real work in progress. God takes care of you.
No,
it's least expecting it.
We got a lot of work done in that short period of time.
Right.
Even though we have a good time, but we laugh and we meet a lot of people when we least expect it. I mean, politicians, just people, children, the adults, the grandparents who their grandchild had a stroke at 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing all the people that we meet just
Yeah.
coming to my house in the local areas.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And that's really an important piece to educate rising professions, that you really always should have your business cards, right? You should always have your contact information on you, because you never know when you're going to meet someone. You never know. And usually, I actually applied for a job one time that his motto for the job was they network on the golf course. Because when you're enjoying yourself and you're doing something you love to do, it really makes it more open, and you're more social, and it's in a different aspect. So they really enjoy doing that. So I actually met a guy who every Tuesday night would hang out at a certain restaurant at the bar, because that's when he did his most sales for his business.
that's right. And it's a proven fact. If you're on the golf course, more deals are done on the golf course
Wow.
than actually sitting down and having a one-on-one. It's an entirely different situation.
Bobby, what do you do at night? Tell everybody what you do at night.
I go out looking for singers.
That's not how you put it to me, though.
Well,
What's the phrase that you use to me when I call you or you text me?
I go out to meet my public.
Yay!
I go out to meet my public and looking for singers and to add to my entourage. And I go from one place to another. And mostly I cover Yonkers, Bronx, and sometimes Manhattan.
Wow. Wow. And he does. He goes all over the place. I mean, you tell Bobby to meet you somewhere, and he's up there, and, he's right in gear with it. So it's good. It's good. I'm really happy. I said this last week on the show. The Yankee Candle sale has begun. And let me get the flyer out. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, you can show them yours, Bobby. That's our Yankee. Oh, we
Get
can
a
all show
close-up
ours.
of that?
We have personal ones. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's Yankee Candles. So if you go onto the website tomorrow, not today, because I'm right in the process of uploading the information. But let us give you, I believe, let me see. No. Okay, so if you want to support the foundation's telethon, which the proceeds will go to the National Stroke Association, Judy's Run for Stroke Awareness, and Renee Marie's Language of Love, which is my foundation. All you have to do is go to yankeecandlefundraising.com. Once again, it's yankeecandlefundraising.com. And you add in the Start Shopping, enter this group number. It says on the right-hand bottom of the page. And you add in the number. Go ahead, Joe.
990065137.
Can you say it again, Joe?
Sure, that's 990065137.
And that really is a gift for us, because our telethon will receive 40% of the profits. And I really believe that when you buy a Yankee Candle, you'll be shining loving light in our telethon. And we really want to thank you in advance for your support on this endeavor.
Absolutely.
Because
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking before, right, at the Judy's Run meeting. We were talking about the awareness, and there's been a number of cases that have gone into medical, and they've been misdiagnosed. And Mark McEwen was one of them, because I just read his book on the plane, because they're not aware. So it really is our responsibility to take care of ourselves and really help the medical field, because they don't know us when we go into the hospital.
That's because the medical field is not an exact science.
Right.
And so they have to get from us what is wrong with us.
Right.
And, in order to find,
That's right.
A way of treating us.
That's right. That's right.
So we should let our families know that if something goes, something happens, they need to inform them of,
Right.
various information and issues that
Right.
we might have.
Yeah, I know that's so that's really important that we're aware of and our responsibility to help the medical field to let them know that our loved ones could be, not saying that you are, could be suffering a stroke, and that will shine some light on the medical field, and it'll really shine light on their
Ability to treat.
Their ability to treat, or their ability to know where to look a little bit
Right.
to find the signs. Because when you come in, they're starting from scratch. They're starting from scratch. So it really is important to do that. And before we go to commercial, because I know we have to go, you were talking about another sign before. Do you remember?
Yes,
because usually it's fast. Can you explain
Right.
fast before we... it's a face?
Yeah, I'm recuperating from
Yeah.
a severe concussion,
And me-
so
on me,
it's very
right,
hard for me
right.
to. I know it's fast. The face. Ask them to smile. Arms, to put the arms out
Right,
to see
right.
if one is higher than the other. S, smile.
Right,
See if there's
right,
a drooping
right.
in the face. And a
T is-
T is to talk.
Right.
And to
right.
see if there's slurring in the speech,
Right.
like I'm doing now a little bit from the concussion.
Yes.
That's all
But-
right.
But the
Not
other
a
thing
problem.
is, have the person stick their tongue out.
Yes.
And if the tongue is crooked, that's a new, well, not new, it's just another sign.
Right.
And just
right.
getting back to what you were saying before, without getting into a whole big thing,
Well, we can go into it when we come back, but just
yeah,
tell them really quick.
it's very important that you, yourself, and like Renee said, and Bobby, we have to know ourselves. We have to
Yes.
know our bodies. When I went in for a severe migraine, and they rushed me into the emergency room, they asked me, and I said to the doctor, "Are you going to code orange me?"
Right.
And he said, "Why? Do you feel it?" Now, code orange is for stroke.
Right.
The fact that I said that, and I knew that, and he didn't know my history at that time, and then when I explained, boom,
Wow.
right away a
Wow.
CAT scan immediately.
Wow. Wow.
So it's important that you yourself are aware, and it's very good. You have to have your own medical information at all times. I have a binder. You saw it.
Yeah.
It's this big, unfortunately. But you have to have information, and your family.
Okay, so we're gonna hold that thought,
You got it.
and Bobby can help him hold it,
Okay.
because our brains are a little. I got a half a brain. He's got a half a brain. We're expanding our brains. though.
Yes.
That's
And we're
one
gonna
whole brain.
There we go.
between the two of us. No, so we're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about some concussions. Be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Hi,
Well,
ladies and
hello.
gentlemen. Hey.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. I'm really happy to invite you into our world and us into your world. And Madhouse TV, thank you so much for giving us this platform. And it really is a great venue and great platform.
Absolutely.
We're touching the world with information about strokes and aphasia and faith and God. And we're going to talk, we're going to continue our discussion before we left, for those of you that just joined us. We were talking about strokes and how concussions affect and the mind. And Joe was telling us the new, not the new, but the new, what's it called? Well, should I say it? The
I guess it's the new protocol.
something like that, of what to look for in case people are having a stroke, or could be having a stroke. And you know, in the God world, I look at it like God sends you little signs, and you need to be aware of them. If in your brain, like you, Joe, Joe said, "I'm not feeling well. I'm just not myself. I'm not feeling well." So he went to the hospital. He went and took care of it. He didn't wait.
Right. That's a major thing. Like if you don't feel well, have somebody look at you.
Yeah.
The worst thing, I'm sorry, Barbie, the worst thing is that when people are afraid to go and have the doctor say there's nothing wrong, go home. But it's better to go and let the doctor say there's nothing wrong than to actually suffer from a major stroke.
Right.
And one of the other things is that people don't realize, with all the things that we just mentioned, I know people in my stroke support group, there are people who had massive strokes just because they had a tingling on their cheek. They didn't have any of the signs that we discussed.
Right.
So you have to go no matter if something's not right.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. I mean, a friend of mine who I was just speaking to said that he went to the doctor for his regular checkup, and it turned out he had a heart attack a few months ago. And it was unbeknownst to him that he had a heart attack, and that's scary.
That happened to me.
Oh. Okay, maybe
Yeah,
you were the friend.
Yeah, I went to. I was working, and
I
I
talked
had
to so
this
many people, I
pain in
can't
my
remember.
chest. It was really bad, you know. But after, say, 4 or 5 minutes, it went away. When I went to see my doctor the following week, she said, "You had a heart attack, a mild
Wow.
heart attack." You know, I didn't know it was a
Yeah.
heart attack.
And it felt like agita or something,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
something that
yeah.
just, because normally they say to you, just hang out. If something persists, then you need to follow up and see the doctor. That's usually the protocol that people say to you, But it's pretty interesting about strokes, and I'm going to really stress that it's our responsibility
To try to take care of
to
ourselves.
take care of ourselves and to make ourselves aware of signs. And like Joe just said, sometimes you don't know the signs. Sometimes they don't even have the signs.
Right.
But I will pretty much vouch that God always gives you some sort of sign of something's going to happen, or that you need to see somebody. And if there's something in your brain that's saying to you, something in the angels around you,
Yeah,
or
should I?
or should I, or if you ask yourself,
Yeah,
should I? You should.
You should.
Right?
Don't take the chance.
Wait, that's a tweetable moment. Get out your phone. No, really, get out your phone. Barbara's going to tweet that moment. That's Oprah. Oprah always does that. You're going to tweet that. What did you just say?
Should I?
Well, if you ask, should I,
If you ask should I, then you should.
then you should.
Ooh,
Right.
Okay.
wait, how do I tweet?
And
No, you got to tweet it. Tweet it.
How do I do it?
Because Oprah always does that.
right.
So I'm.
I just want to mention that for us
Go ahead,
guys,
take your time, Joe. We're not going anywhere.
for us guys particularly, we have those macho man moments, where we want to take the pain and we figure it'll go away,
Right.
and that's not necessarily a good thing. You have to start, particularly if you're aging.
Right.
You
Right.
have to start investigating what is causing a pain or
Right.
situation.
And
in
it's
your
really,
body,
it's
you know?
really important. You know what? You could do it later on. Steve, could you do us a favor? Could you remember what Bobby said so that we could tweet it later on?
Sorry, guys.
No, well, he'll tweet it later on. You could tweet with us later on. We're actually going to start, before I get into what I was just going to say, and I'm not sure I'll remember what I was going to say, but we're going to start tweeting during the show. And we want your response to tweet back.
There you go.
So that we know you're listening to us. That's a great way to have the conversations between us. So it'll be awesome. And by that time, we'll get Bobby to tweet. What was I? What were you tweeting?
Yeah.
What were you saying,
Rockin'
Bobby?
Robin.
Before? What were you saying before? Tweet, 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 tweet. Come on, Bobby. Come on. Tweet, tweet.
Yes, I feel like singing. He rocks in the treetop all day long.
Yay, Joe, sing it on TV.
Oh yeah, that's
He's-
what I'm talking about.
He's getting in gear for his debut.
Oh, please.
His debut.
Yeah.
He's going to sing a little something later on in our Lift Our Voices segment in the end.
We're going to have him watching the music segment over and over, and taking his finger and sticking it in his ear so he can hear himself.
Yeah.
I've been sticking my finger in my ear for 2 weeks, singing in the car.
What was I going to say before?
Who knows? We're
we'll
having so
talk-
much fun. I forgot what you were even saying.
We were talking about forgetting. No.
I think the concussion.
Yeah, we're talking about concussions.
Yeah,
but
concussion.
So let's get to the fallacy. And you know this because you just had a concussion, a really bad concussion.
Correct.
And on top of having your stroke, which you mentioned last time on my
Right.
show, it really is. God, this is only your second show since your accident, and
Right.
and I mean we're really privileged and honored to have you join us because Joe almost didn't make it.
No.
Because
I didn't.
you think about something that's so fragile like your brain, and you have a stroke. And strokes, God, I'm learning so much about the mind and how our minds are who we are. our souls bring us light and bring us energy and craft our entity and who we're supposed mold us into who we're supposed to be. But our minds are what controls us. So I know that we have to tell our minds what to program that, but it's hard when you've affected your mind so much with a stroke, and it's something that you don't have no control over. A stroke can hit anybody at any time.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter your color, doesn't matter your ethnicity, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your size, it doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We had someone on my show that had her brother was born with a stroke. We've had 11-year-olds, you know.
That's right.
So we've had a lot of people. So just think about this tender piece that controls Joe, and it's really, you know, recrafting and getting in gear, and it's tender, and then he has this huge accident. And it's just, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it. But thank God he's okay. But tell us. Now you had a severe. On top of 9 strokes.
And a brain hemorrhage.
And a brain hemorrhage. So you had a severe concussion. Tell us about that.
Yes, I tripped, flew about 4 feet in the air, and came crashing down on my head. Long story short, after going for scans, neurologist, my regular doctor, and then I had to go to the concussion unit, which I believe in St. Charles in Port Jeff is one of the only hospitals that has a concussion unit. They specialize in concussions, especially for children and athletics who are in, you know, sports and things like that. So I went there and I was completely tested, and there's just a whole different outlook the way they used to look at concussions years ago. Years ago, if you had a concussion, they would say, keep the patient awake, talk to them, don't let them go to sleep, because they were always afraid that if you dozed off after a blow to the head, that you would go into unconsciousness or slip into a coma. But that's not the case. Rest is really the only thing. For me, and for really all concussion patients, mine was worse only for the fact that because of all the brain damage I had from the previous, so mine, it could possibly take up to 2.5 years before it resolves. I still can't read. I'm on about 7 different medications, completely nauseous, dizzy, severe pains in the head. My speech is much better than what it was, but I still can't, you know, watch TV. I'm supposed to stay in dark rooms, no driving, nothing. And my vision is like tripled. And that is because
nothing
they
to
said,
stimulate your brain. Your brain has to rest.
Right.
That's like a lot of times, and I know they were going to do this to you.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to put you in an induced coma.
Right.
To have his body rest.
Right.
To be able to recoup. It was really severe.
Yeah.
So so the new thing that's out is that after a concussion,
mm-hmm.
you don't need to be stayed awake.
No.
You actually need to rest and
exactly.
to relax and meditate and stuff.
Right. You need to
That's the new procedure.
not use your brain. They don't
Right.
want you to read. And the reason with the double vision, which I didn't realize, they explained to me that when you use your eyes, that is putting the most pressure for the brain to start functioning. And another thing, because of the fall, which could happen to anybody, not just me, it affected my whole inner ear.
Right.
So I now have to go for, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, vestibular therapy, and also for speech therapy now. But I can't do that until some of these other issues resolve.
Right.
But it's a
Right.
long, drawn-out thing, and it's a severe thing,
Wow.
especially for children. It's
Wow.
even worse. I mean, I know of a child who couldn't go to school for a year.
Wow. Well, I know Vicky's probably going to come and tell us we have to take a break. But before we go, in my book, which we're going to be touching on in the next segment, when we talk about heaven is for real and about God and stuff, and everybody knows that I had an out-of-body experience, that in my book, 13 years prior to my stroke on the softball field, I got hit in the head with a bat and had a major concussion. And that I remember them saying to me,
Oh, you did?
"Oh, yeah. So let's keep you teased with that information, and we'll get back to you in 2 seconds."
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this. You'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh! Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power! Old Spice body spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power!
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. Hi, everyone. Say hi.
Hi there.
Howdy. Howdy, ho.
Oh, I can't believe how fast the time goes. I mean, we have so much that we want to share with you, and it's really hard to craft it into just an hour. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So before the break, we were talking about I had a concussion. I'm not sure if they lost a little bit of my voice later on, but let me recap a little bit. 13 years prior to my stroke, which was in my book, I got hit in the head with a bat, and while I was stealing home. And no, actually, Laura Toole bunted the ball, and she dropped the bat, and I was doing a suicide squeeze and running home, and I ran in, and I hit the end of the bat, and it came up and hit me in the head. So that's why I say God hit me in the head, and I didn't even get it back then. That's why that is the truth. That is the truth. And then that's why I say 13 years prior, as I was walking off the third base field, on the same field, the same people around me, which you'll read. Vicki, can you put up my Stroke of Luck photo? That's it. There it is. There it is. So that's my book, Stroke of Luck. And I believe they have on the lines on the bottom where you could purchase it. You can purchase it from my website, which is Renee Marie's. Oh, I think I put the wrong one. It's actually, that's my fault. Oh, no, ReneeMarieStrokeofLuck.com. ReneeMarieStrokeofLuck.com. And so that's why I say that 13 years after, I got hit in the head with a bat, that I was walking off the field and I heard God saying to me, I literally heard God saying to me. And back then, you got to understand, I didn't understand my connection to God. It was like all new and evolving, and I heard him say to me, let me try it again. Because it was on the same field, the same people around me, and the whole thing. So I had a major Bobby's like, okay. What are you thinking, Bobby?
I'm thinking, yeah, that's about the way it happens.
Yeah.
I got hit by a car.
Yeah, you just got hit. I mean, yeah.
Well, not just when I was a kid. I got hit by a car.
Oh, that means why you got hit.
I saw the light and the whole...
Wow.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. This is new. Write this down. Tweet this moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
He told me you got to go back.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting the way God always sends us signs, and he tried to get my attention for many years, and it wasn't until my stroke that I actually had the out-of-body experience, and God spoke to me, and that was a pinpoint moment in my life. I mean, anybody would have a pinpoint moment when God talks to you, and we all have the possibility. We all have the possibility to talk to God. We just need to talk to him ourselves, and we just need to have a relationship with God, and we need to be in the silence, and we need to listen to his guidance, because he is there for us all the time. So, we're going to end our conversation about concussions, but I'm really happy that you're okay. I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
And
glad
if anybody has any comments or any discussions or any thoughts about concussions, tweet Joe.
There you go.
Tweet you at your thing? Joe?
Joe Calogero. Calogero.
Yes, tweet him.
Just tweet me, and I will definitely tweet you back.
Yeah. And mine is Renee Marie 777. And we really want to get into the tweeting thing. And Bobby will be BBW or Bobby Baby Walker. We'll think of something good for Bobby. So we're going to move on to the Heaven is for Real, the Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. Can you put up that's it? Perfect. That's perfect. Heaven is for real. Is heaven for, my leg fell asleep. Is heaven for real? Well, I will guarantee you that it is for real. And that heaven is a beautiful. What do you, when you think of heaven, both of you, what do you imagine? I hit you with that one, huh? That wasn't in our plans. What do you think, Joe? I'll let you think, Bobby.
What I think? All right. I just think that you're going to have all. You better think. I'm going to give you some time here, Bobby. Hurry up.
You feel, smell something burning
What's that
out
song?
there.
Think. What you got to do to me?
Think.
Yes. I think about, I don't know, vastness. Something that is. I feel like I'm unable to perceive what it is or what God is. Because
Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Like, there's got to be a reason that you don't think that you could perceive it. I mean, I don't understand.
Because He's so great. He does things for me that, in my opinion, that I couldn't do for myself.
Right.
And I don't understand why He did it. And stuff
But when
like
you
that.
think about heaven, Bobby, when you think about heaven, what do you, if you had to write a script about what heaven was and how heaven is, what would you put that? Like, if you had to write something up.
Well, I don't think I'm going to heaven. First of all, so I don't think that much about it. But if I did, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? That's okay. Maybe I can get your mind thinking and you'll let me know next week on the show. Stay tuned. Bobby.
Tweet that.
We're going to have Steve as our
tweeter.
Steve, just record everything we're saying. Oh, we have it on record. We have it on record anyway.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay. Tweet that moment. Okay. That's an Oprah thing. I love Oprah. I love to watch her shows. And she tweets right away, and they have it on a big screen. And people are all tweeting in. That's what I envision. I envision tweeting and tweeting. Anyway, so what do you think, Joe?
What do I think?
What do you think?
I think we're going to have all the answers to all the questions that we've ever wondered. I think there's going to be just an imaginable amount of love, brightness, and I believe that we'll be reunited with all our departed loved ones. It's, I'm not saying it's going to be in a bodily form, but maybe in a spiritual
So when
way.
you go up to heaven, I know the answer to this, but I'm just asking the question. When you go up to heaven and you're out of your body and you're a spirit up there, how will you know, well, that's my dad and that's my...
I just think you're going to know. I
You
just
do
think
know.
you just
You do
know. You're going to see, whatever it is. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to see, any of my friends and family that have passed away in that bodily form, just like they're not going to see me like I'm sitting here, but I think they're going to see me just as... They're going to know. You just know.
You do know. You do know.
You know.
The same way as when I was risen up out of my body, and I just knew it was God talking to me. It's just this huge light and this huge presence, and there's so much love, and it's so peaceful.
Right.
And actually, I had a very good friend who just passed away and went to heaven. He actually was crossing back and forth, and that's another piece to this is those that are suffering on earth and have cancer, like my cousin in Florida, Vicky, and this particular person that I'm talking about, he actually went to the other side, and he came back and he told his brother about his son that had passed, and said, I don't know why I came back. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And when I was talking to my friend who is still on earth, I said to him, so that was a confirmation that your son is okay, that your son is okay. So it really is, heaven is such a wonderful thing. So we want to give all of you hope, hope in two ways. Hope that if you have a stroke, you can certainly come back and live a vibrant life.
Absolutely.
Like myself and Joe. Maybe you'll have to change how you do things, but that doesn't mean you can't have a great life, And then the other thing is, for those that don't survive it and pass on, know for the people that are on earth that they're happy and they're in heaven and they really are having a marvelous time. Before we go, I just wanted to read a little segment from my book, really short, and I really hope that you purchase the book. Portion of the proceeds goes to the portion of the proceeds goes to our telethon project, and a portion of the proceeds until 2014 go to Hurricane Sandy, because I didn't want anything. When I published my book, it was Hurricane Sandy, and I didn't feel right taking the money. So really quick, and then I know we have to go. Okay, we'll be okay. I promise. We'll roll out. Okay, looking at the difference between the world in which I was brought up and today's world, I have grown to understand why we have been blessed with the Bible. This contains our commandments to be used prosperity as guidelines for becoming human, humble, and caring. If we could all begin to believe and have faith, one by one, then the world would be a more peaceful place. We would get away from the inner battles at home, as well as the outer war battles as we fight, which is a huge thing nowadays with the wars that are going on, and it's very sad. Someone has to be brave and take a stand and say no more. We're going to say no more, right? No more to the fighting and everything. If we could take action and decide as individuals to be a humbler human being and change our lives, we could change the world one step at a time. What?
3 seconds.
3 seconds?
And with that, we'll
go to break.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have 2 practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in an office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Hi, welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. It's nice to have you joining us this evening. Right, Joe? Right, Bobby?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we're really, really happy. We touched on this a little bit in our opening segment about lift your voices, lift our voices, right?
Oh yes,
Joe,
we did.
You need to just relax. Everything will be okay. So lift our voices is we're right in the beginning stages, and I actually I'm working with Lakeland Health Associations, Lakeland Health in Haskell, New Jersey. They're going to be booking us for the first go-round of ours going to hospitals. It's a rehabilitation center in Haskell, New Jersey, and we're going to be going room to room for whoever would like to have us come in. And music therapy really is a big piece in life, right, Bobby?
Absolutely, yes. Music has been known to, heal the soul and help people fight for life.
Right.
Fight for health.
Right. So before we go, Joe, do we have a few minutes?
We're gonna sing.
Well, I wanted to hear Joe. Okay. We're running short on time, but I want to let you know that we'll let you know how it goes in Haskell. We're actually the beginning stages. We haven't booked it yet. You can put the song on. I could talk through the song, and we'll come back and we'll let you know on our next segment. And then you just saved Joe. Okay, good. We're going to do our usual closeout. And I never thought I'd feel this way, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say, I got to say something. Wait, do believe I love you, and do go away. Well, then close your eyes and try to feel the way you do today. And then if you can remember, let's go, everyone, let's go. Keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. What friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. And that's not a sign for God. Well, you came and opened me, and more I see. And so by the way, I thank you. And if you should ever go away, well, then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And then if go, everyone. Come on. Keep shining, keep smiling, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, let us know so we can blow kisses. That's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful day. We're going to blow our kisses. God bless. Joe wants to thank God twice tonight. Not once, twice. If that's not a sign from God, Joe was living out the entire time. And God took care of him, right? He always does. God bless everyone. Have a stroke of luck. Wrong show. My dream is to always be on Good Morning America, so I just thought I'd test it out for when I'm on in the future. Anyway, welcome to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. I'm really happy to have this platform to share with you stroke awareness and aphasia awareness and the awareness of God and how God plays a huge impact in my life. Today we're going to be talking about concussions, which is really an important piece to learn about a fallacy that you believe about concussions. We'll talk about that later on. We're also going to talk about heaven is for real. We're going to have a segment talking about God and heaven and what is real. Did anybody see that movie, Heaven is for Real? It's really a great movie. And we'll talk about that later on. And we're also going to talk about, in our last segment, we're going to talk about our Lift Our Voices. It's a little project that we have. We're just beginning it. I don't know if anybody of you ever heard Sing for Hope in the City. It really is a great organization, a nonprofit organization that goes to hospitals and goes to nursing homes and goes to different facilities that they go room to room and they sing with prestigious entertainers and opera singers and the whole line. So we're going to talk about them. I was in communication with Monica. She's the co-founder of